I'll bring you up to date on the dramatic search that left a suspect dead and a deputy's canine seriously injured. As new details surface, this case gets more and more frightening. No one can explain that better than the person who actually witnessed the whole thing go down and was nearly taken hostage. Ellen McNamara is live in Brooksville with that story.
Hi, Dan. You know, the night was filled with a lot of close calls, not only for law enforcement, but also for folks in the area that came in contact with this man, Keith Ritchie. A lot of them say that they're lucky to be alive. On the other hand, Sheriff Richard Nugent had no sympathy for the man that died.
We've said this before, if you shoot at a law enforcement officer, expect to die.
Hernando County Sheriff Richard Nugent said when Keith Ritchie allegedly fired at a Brooksville police officer, then at 5-year-old Kilo, consequences would be severe. Sheriff Nugent called Ritchie a career criminal, one that wasn't afraid to shoot at law enforcement. This bulletproof vest is the vest that saved the dog's life when Ritchie allegedly fired 3 shots at the German Shepherd. One hit the vest while 2 others grazed the dog.
The dog was courageous and wanted to go back after him even after he was shot.
Before the courageous dog tracked down Ritchie near a shed, Milton Maynor heard someone screaming to let him into his house.
Still shaking a little bit, yeah, because he said he'd kill me if I didn't open the door.
Thankfully, Maynor's door was locked and he had a chance to escape.
There was no way I was going to let him in the house and wind up a hostage because, I mean, he's having a shootout with the police. I don't think he cares about what happens to me.
The shootout started last night when Sheriff Nugent said Ritchie started running from deputies and police after an officer confronted him over a domestic dispute. Ritchie allegedly fired at the police officer and then took off running. Then Kilo arrived to do his job. Sheriff Nugent says the recent shooting is just a reminder how dangerous the job can be.
There are bad people out there willing to do terrible things to not only our citizens but to the police officers that protect us.
And Sheriff Nugent also said that while FDLE investigates this officer-deputy involved shooting, that 2 officers have been put on paid administrative leave. That, though, is just standard procedure. As for Kilo, he was released early this morning from an emergency animal hospital. We're told that he's doing just fine. He is a little loopy at home on a lot of medicine, but the sheriff even predicted that he would be back on the force sometime soon. Reporting live in Hernando County, Ellen McNamara, ABC Action News.
That's good news. Thanks, Ellen. We have an important crime alert to tell you about out of